Hello, hello, welcome. Happy Thursday, almost Friday. Let me make sure I can get this all out. Make sure I get it tweeted out. Let's get this. How's everyone doing today? Nice solid bounce back day yesterday, getting back into a very nice size NHL slate today with a lot of value on money lines, which I'm excited to get into today. Let me get this all tweeted out, get it all out on socials. As always, as we kind of go through everything with the show, guys, please give me teams, players, props, whatever you guys want me to take a look at. Feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'm more than happy to kind of take a look at whatever you guys want to make this very community-based show and make sure everyone's getting um, the data that they're looking for out of this. So we had a really solid day yesterday. Had the Detroit Red Wings money line, cashed the Detroit Red Wings money line. Very nice. Already posted on Twitter today. I'm all over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Their price has shot up since I took it, which is really, really nice. I believe I got it at plus 165, is now up to plus 174. Still a really good price. It also still 12 to 15 cents better on ProfitX than DraftKings right now. I'm really curious as to what news is doing that. I don't know if it's Merzlikins being confirmed. I don't know if it's Chinikov coming out. There really hasn't been any news to justify the line being moved right now. But yeah, really, really like that one. How do you feel about Oilers money line and Lightning money line? Jets fan, just wait on Nikita Kucherov news. We're going to go through all the teams here, kind of go through their injury news, who's starting and whatnot. Just be careful. Nikita Kucherov might not play today. He's a game time decision. Spence bringing up Brady shots got to be a play today. Absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to be on Brady Kachuk shots. It's a popular play. He's got great history. Boston at home, big playoff game. He's the captain. I think Brady Kachuk comes up huge today, and it's a very, very, very good spot. Cool. Any other things before we get into some? Actually, I don't have daily face-off loaded. We'll get into some team news. We're going to get into who's playing, line changes, kind of the lay of the lands first, and then we'll get into some bets. Cool. So I'll just go down the list here. Boston, Jeremy Swayman is confirmed in net today. He's actually picked it up lately. The last 10 games, he's been a little bit of a better goalie, and this team's going to need it. They really, in my opinion, only have one line right now. Decor looks pretty rough. No McAvoy, no Hampus Lindholm. I do like Mason Lohrei for shots today. Ottawa's been very leaky against defense of late. And everything else looks about the same here. Anaheim don't play. Buffalo don't. Calgary don't. Carolina don't. Chicago do. This top line, I believe, was a top line for Chicago last game. Chicago's been flip-flopping basically every line outside of this Mikheyev, Teravainen, Donato line of late. I kind of like Frank Nazar more on Bedard's line, but I understand Dickinson has to probably be there for face-offs. Bertuzzi, fourth line. I mean, that's honestly a very good fourth line. Don't love it, don't hate it. Alec Martinez back. I believe he missed a couple games. Great D pair with Artem Levshinov. It's nice to have a veteran for your top rookie prospect who comes in. Also, Spencer Knight, who's been the best goalie in the NHL over the last 10 games, is confirmed and going today. Columbus, big game for them today. On the Columbus Blue Jackets money line, we talked briefly about their home road splits. I think that was a very, very nice look. I think overall, Columbus at home has just got like this very insane, like magical, I don't even know what to call it right now. Outside of Chinikov out, Christian Fischer in, I think lineups are basically exactly what you expect. Elvis Merzlikins goes in net today. I kind of wish they went Tarasov. I think Tarasov's been slightly better of late, and Merzlikins was real bad against the Devils on Tuesday. And one more change. Boone Jenner up on the first power play unit. It is, who goes up? Dmitry Voronkov drops to the second. Boone Jenner on the top one. Could help with face-offs, could help with puck possession. I'm assuming he would take the face-offs over Fantilli on there. Dallas don't play. They don't play Edmonton. Looks like your typical volume low. Give me 2 seconds. I can turn that up. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Let me know. It could be me talking or me not talking loud enough. It could just be that my mixer's a little bit low. Perfect. Thank you, man. Skinner goes up in a top six role today, right? He was down on that third line, so him and Podkolzin flipped. I like Jeff Skinner. It just doesn't seem to be like he's really meshing well on this team. I think this is as good of a top six as Edmonton have had recently. I think they're just better fits, right? These are more offensive players. I don't think Skinner really can play a bottom six role, where Podkolzin I think is perfect for that. Wallman in. Looks like Matthias Ekholm still out today. Wallman, Bouchard, really good top pair. Really good top pair. I think Jake Wallman's very underrated. I think that side's pretty nice. And I don't believe they've announced a goalie yet. Everyone's assuming it's Stuart Skinner, but Edmonton does not. Nope, confirmed Stuart Skinner as of about 30 minutes ago is going in net today. He's been really bad of late. This is a big game for him. I think the Devils have struggled to score lately. He's got to have a big game today. He has to. He can't have another stinker. Florida, do they play today? Of course they do. They played the Toronto Maple Leafs. Kind of business as usual until Matthew Tkachuk and Brad Marchand return. Also, obviously, no Aaron Ekblad for the next 19 games. Sergei Bobrovsky is confirmed in net. Everything else looks about the same. Seth Jones stays bumped up. Power play 1, line 1, all your usual line combinations there. Kings do play later tonight. Kuzmenko has been pretty good on this top line. Maybe not in terms of results, but from every time I watch, they seem to link up relatively well. Obviously, he's not great defensively, but he's insulated really well by two really good defensive forwards. I like that top line. Washington's going to be tough today. Lindgren in net for Washington over Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson's actually taken a step back lately. He has not been as good as his usual self or year-long self. So Lindgren isn't as much of a negative as we recently thought. Defensively, you're looking at basically the exact same. Darcy Kemper goes against his ex-team today, so we'll go over to Washington real quick. Obviously, in the offseason, Darcy Kemper for PLD was a big one-for-one trade. Both of them get little revenge games. Kemper revenge game against his old team. Dubois revenge game against his old team. And Dubois has been one of the better players, maybe the best player outside of maybe Tom Wilson on this Capitals team. Really like PLD to have a good game today as well. As we're going down, Panthers, Kings, Wild do play today. I think Matt Zuccarello, we're 5 years past now, a revenge game against the Rangers. He seems to have really good games against the Rangers. He's bumped back up to that top line. I saw he was bumped down for, I think it was Hinostroza the last game. Back up on the top line. Top line's kind of just stacked with their three best offensive players. Apologies for that. Still no Jonas Brodin. The rest of the decor about the same. Here, Philip Gustafson is in net for the Minnesota Wild. Canadians do not play today. Nashville doesn't play today. Devils, same old, exact same lineup they had against Columbus, minus Jake Allen in net. Actually, no, wait. Simon Nemec comes in for Dennis Cholofsky. Simon Nemec had a horrendous game against Winnipeg. He needs a good one right now. If he has another game like he against Winnipeg, I think he's just going to get sent down. He was really, really bad. He cannot afford to have another game like that. Jake Allen in for Jacob Markstrom. It's weird because Markstrom's kind of got this name brand. He's the number one guy. I think Jake Allen's outplayed him this year. Jake Allen's been really, really good. I like that Jake Allen goes today. And Jake Allen had a really good game against Edmonton last time we played him this year. That was in Edmonton. Rangers, they actually changed lines up a little bit. That's a little bit of a surprise. I thought they were just going to run the Laff, Panarin, Trocheck line. Cooley bumped up the top line with Panarin and Trocheck. I would usually bet Cooley in this instance, but Panarin and Trocheck have been quite quiet of late. Not in love with that one right there. Well, was that Drew? I just see skate. Nothing else came up for the comments for me. Alexis Lafreniere. He's been real bad since signing his that contract extension. You would hope that maybe with JT Miller and Mika Zibanejad, it could kind of wake him up. Zibanejad's been the best forward on this team since the new year. He gets a lot of hatred. I know he doesn't make the best defensive plays, a couple soft plays. He's putting up points on a team that's struggling to score right now. You got to give him a little bit of respect because, again, I'm pretty sure he's their top leading point getter in the new year. Defensively, not really many changes they can really make. They're kind of just stuck with this. Igor Shesterkin, I believe, is confirmed. Yep, Igor Shesterkin. Did Wilson skate? I saw that Tom Wilson did not skate, but I believe he's expected to play today. I believe that's the thing I see. Let me just double check on Twitter. He got 20 stitches. Expected to play today. He had 20 stitches, got a puck to the face. That's not enough to keep him out of the game. Tom Wilson is in today. Okay, almost done with all our teams here. Where were we? We're at the Rangers. Ottawa. I don't think Ottawa's changing anything. They've won 4 in a row now, right? 4, maybe 5 in a row. I expect them to kind of be business as usual, same as usual here. They've looked really, really good. Fabian Zetterlund should be bumped up in this lineup. He's not a fourth liner. He's really, really talented. I wish the Devils brought him back. Defensively, you're looking at all the same. Olmark confirmed in net after his huge game against Detroit. Philly does play today. Big line changes for Philly. Konechny now no longer with Paling and Lykesell. He's now bumped up with Forster and Cates. Makes a lot more sense to me. I don't know why he was on that line to begin with. Travis Konechny's, I think, the best overall forward right now on this team. I think obviously Michkov's more of the star power. Michkov's going to have a much better career long term. But right now, I still think Konechny's our best player. He should be playing more on that top. Cam Yorkshaw's back in the lineup. I know he was scratched against the Devils. I think he did play last game as well. But other than that, same old. And I believe Samuel Urson is the confirmed goalie for the Flyers. Penguins, everything the same minus Connor Dewar and Danton Heinen swapping on this second, third line right now. Yeah, Raquel, this top line's been really, really good for them. I like St. Louis today in a must-win, though. I think St. Louis has to beat this Pittsburgh Penguins team. Other than that, the pairs look pretty rough, man. This decor is pretty rough. And Tristan Jarry does go today. Little thing to note, Tristan Jarry's got really bad home road splits. He's much better on the road than he is at home, and he typically gives up the first goal at home a lot, or the first goal in the first shot a lot at home. San Jose, they've stacked the top line. No more Eklund with Toffoli, Celebrini with Will Smith. Stack the top line, 71, 72, 73. Like this top line a lot. I think it makes sense. Give Celebrini as much talent in and around him. The changes, him and Wenberg just swapped. So Wenberg was on this top line, Celebrini and them swapped. I think it's the right change. I think it's the smart move to make. Love to see Shakir Mukhamadullin get more ice time. He was a Devils prospect in the Timo Meier trade. Excited to see more of him. I think he's going to be a really good NHL defenseman. Forward-wise, I mean, I don't think Timothy Liljegren's good enough. This team needs a power play quarterback very, very badly. Jake Wallman was that guy. They really haven't found that replacement since. They're going with 5 forwards on the forward or on the first power play. I also don't think Shakir Mukhamadulin's that offensive guy either. Timothy Liljegren's been offensively for them. St. Louis, I believe this is about the same. They did make one change on the power play. Yeah, so Braden Chen's no longer on the top power play unit. I believe he was the guy taking faceoffs for them. Swapped him out. You could make... I don't know if it's better or for worse, but clearly they thought the change needed to be made. The one highlight for that is for the point stacks with Shen and Kairu. That is obviously a little bit of a hindrance if you want to play that point stack. They're no longer together. And Binnington is in net for them. We're going to Tampa Bay. Kucherov, game time decision. Kind of brought it up earlier. I'm curious to see if Kucherov does play today. He is apparently sick. It's not a hugely important game for Tampa Bay. On the road, I could kind of see him just sitting this one out. But if you want to be on anything on this side, it's also Braden Point's birthday. I know people like birthday stuff. It is Braden Point's birthday. So if you think he's going to score without his buddy Nikita Kucherov, good time to go on that. Toronto, big game against Florida today. I think Toronto takes it to Florida today. I don't know if they're going to beat them, but I think they're going to really have like a chip on their shoulder, show that they can beat this team. I don't think Toronto's looked great since the trade deadline. Obviously, they had a bad loss against Colorado. They didn't look great against Utah. They won in a shootout, so they got the 2 points. They went up 3-0 and completely kind of turtled the rest of that game. So not in love with anything on the Toronto side. I think they have to have a big game today at home. It's good for confidence, good for team morale, good for fan morale overall. Anthony Stolar's in net today. We don't know if Chris Tanev is back, and that's a huge piece for that decor. Let me see. It's a game time decision today. So, again, we'll go in. We'll see we'll see what comes out. What comes out of it. I expect him to play. It's a pretty big game. Chris Tanev's one of those guys who big games, you expect them to play. These are NHLers, not NBA players. Cool, cool. Utah doesn't play today. Vancouver doesn't play today. Vegas plays today, though. Tanner Pearson back on that top line. They've been kind of flip-flopping him and Victor Olofsson of late. Love to see Tanner Pearson there. He's actually been relatively consistent as well. Dorofei of Hurdle have been absolutely on a tear of late. Love this line. I hate to see Barbashev on the fourth line. I think he's too good to be down there. Still no Shea Theodore. Aiden Hill is in net today. And William Karlsson, I think he's close to returning, but not back. We jumped into Washington earlier, but actually, no, we already did Washington. So we're good to go. Good to go, good to go. Couple lines that really, really stand out to me. Early on the money lines, I like a lot of underdogs today. A lot of underdogs today. Kind of going through it. First off, home dogs, love them. You're giving me plus 122. There's almost 4,000 liquidity on plus 122 on the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers today. I know the Florida Panthers are very, very good. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to be very motivated. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Florida Panthers, especially without, you're talking about no Aaron Ekblad, no Matthew Tkachuk, no Brad Marchand. Aaron Ekblad's a big piece. Obviously, Seth Jones, I think, is good enough to replace him, but this is his third, fourth game with the team. It's going to take time to build some chemistry and be really that good. And look, I don't personally believe the Boston Bruins are that good of a team. Boston was able to come back from a 2-0 deficit, beat the Florida Panthers in regulation, right? It was in regulation. It was like 30 seconds left or something like that. I don't think Toronto should be plus 122. I think Toronto's getting a little bit too much disrespect here, a little bit too much respect on the Florida Panthers. Really, really good price. Again, I kind of keep hammering this thing home, but they're plus 112 on DraftKings. No reason for you not to play it on Profit Exchange if you have the ability to do so. You're getting a much better price long term whenever you're making your bets. It helps you pretty tremendously, right? When you're talking about being a profitable bettor, having to hit 55, 56% of your bets. Well, if you're getting another 10 cents or whatever in price for every bet that you hit, that helps you long term become more successful. So, again, we'll talk about the price a ton here. Going back over the next one, I'm already on the Columbus Blue Jackets. I love the Columbus Blue Jackets today. Really quickly, just showing you guys the NHL standings. The Columbus Blue Jackets are one of the best teams in hockey at home. I think only Vegas and LA are better than them with home road records. Oh, Carolina is as well, actually. So 3 teams are the 4th best team at home. When you look at their road record, they are 11-23 on the road. They are basically 20-10 at home. Those are insane splits for a team that's kind of like a middling on the cusp team. I really, really like for them today to pick up a win because they have to at home. This game's much more important to them than it is to Vegas, who's basically secured in a playoff spot. Vegas 24-10 effectively at home. They're really only 4-16. They lose more on the road than they win. Again, they're one of those teams that have really good home road splits, going up against a Columbus Blue Jackets team that is very good at home. Of the last 10 road games the Vegas Golden Knights have played, they've won 3 of them. Of the last 10 home games Columbus has played, they've won 8 of them. You're looking at 2 teams with are hugely different records. Plus 175 is a ridiculous price. Don't get me wrong. Vegas is a very good team. Vegas is one of the cup contenders, in my opinion, this year. I don't think Columbus is that. But this is a spot where Columbus just quite simply should not be plus 175. For me, that's an insane price right here. So I have to play it. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay. And again, you're talking about the price. I mean, tons of liquidity on this side for you to play. Plus 176, plus 175. Really, really good on either side here. Really like it. Yeah. We got 2 dogs. St. Louis, must win for them again today. You're looking at St. Louis going against a team that, quite frankly, is out of this playoff race, right? Pittsburgh really has nothing left to play for, but spoiler. St. Louis, on the other hand, a win today ties them for the last wild card spot. Give me St. Louis at minus 122, a little bit low on liquidity, so you probably have to take them at minus 123. Still, insane price in my opinion. They're minus 135 on DraftKings. You're saving yourself again. You're looking on average every single line we're looking at here. 10 to 12 cents. Very, very good. I think I might have to lock this one in as well. Uh, B, I am live on my own right now, just on X, because I'm having a little issues with Twitch. I'm also live on Profit Exchange's YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And then I'm trying to add the destination for my Twitch as well relatively shortly. I don't know why the connection wasn't working the last couple days. St. Louis, you know what? Let me just lock this in right now. I really like the St. Louis Blues today. I just don't think he's going to lose. I want to put a full unit or 0.75. I already have a pretty big card today. We'll go 75 on them. I think they win. What are their home road splits? They're not bad. They actually win a little bit more on the road than they do at home. 7-1-2 in their last 10. Pittsburgh's 3-6-1 in their last 10. Pittsburgh is slightly better at home as well. Trying to put me on the TV. It's Profit Exchange's YouTube. Profit Exchange's YouTube definitely has it. I'm sorry, Profit X. Sorry, geez. I always remember. Profit X. Yeah, let's lock this in. Location services. There we go. Confirm. Let's lock in the Blues. Very, very nice. I have a lay, Blues, Jackets, and Caps. Yeah, I think all three of them Tulip look really, really good. The Caps. I'll take a look at them as well. See what price you get for them. I'm a little bit worried about a Darcy Kemper revenge game. That's my only slight worry. But yeah, the first three games are bangers here. Another one, Boston versus Ottawa side. Appreciate it, T. Lenny. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Um, Sorry, where were we? Boston versus Ottawa. The last time these two teams played in Ottawa, the game was, I believe, it was a 6-5 overtime winner for Boston, or 6-5 shootout win. Boston's defense goes from top five, or sorry, I believe they're top 7 in the NHL overall. They're bottom 5 on the road. Swayman has been a little bit better of late. I expect this to be more of a playoff game kind of atmosphere with two teams fighting for their playoff lives. I lean under in this game, but I hate taking it under 5.5. Under 5.5 has been burning me of late. Late empty netters, whatever it might be. Okay, Daily Lotto, absolutely. I'll have it posted on Twitter today. Don't worry. I need to get back to posting the daily ones. We've fallen away from it. Appreciate that, though. I appreciate you guys all supporting and being in here with us. Okay. Tampa Bay, Philly. I really like the price on Tampa Bay. I know they don't need to win today. I think the market's adjusted a little bit too heavily to Jonas Johansson news. Jonas Johansson is a better goalie than any goalie that Philadelphia's put out. I think if you look at Money Puck, which I don't have up right now, Jonas Johansson has been a better goalie in the last 10 games than, honestly, most of the goalies in the NHL. He's 14th best at 4.9 goals saved above expected. The Philadelphia goalies have basically all been in the negatives. Samuel Ersson on the year is the worst of the bunch. In the last 10, the best of the bunch, but they're all a pretty bad bunch. Trey, I appreciate the support, man. Thank you, dude. So I lean Tampa Bay. I wish I could get a slightly better price. My worry is if you get the news that Nikita Kucherov, can't even talk. Nikita Kucherov is in, the price is only going to get worse. I don't personally believe that one player makes that much of a difference overall on pricing on most places. However, Nikita Kucherov is a Hart Trophy finalist of last year, puts up 130 points a game. He is the best player on that team. It'll definitely move the line a little bit. So slight risk there. Also might be a little bit of a risk of how important is this game for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'd want to see Kucherov playing, and then we can kind of go into that. Edmonton, New Jersey. This is a tough one. I'm a Devils fan. I think Edmonton just so scarily due right now to win a game. There's a ton of liquidity on the Edmonton side. My worry is Stuart Skinner against Jake Allen. That's a big goaltending advantage for the Devils with how Skinner's looked of late. Most likely a stay away game for me. If I had to pick, I'd lean to the over on this game. So again, over 5.5 at -128 is a fantastic price. You're talking about, let me see here. No, I can't find it right now, but really, really, really good price. Yeah, there's a ton of liquidity on it for anyone to get in over 2,300 or 2,700 right there. Um, Again, I can't stress enough how much you're saving playing on ProfitX. And again, it's available in 40 states. Okay. Ooh, line's moving a little bit in our direction as well. I like the over. I like the over 5.5. I wouldn't play 6.5 personally. Rangers Wild's a tough one to predict. I've kind of flip flopped on this one. If I had to, I think I lean under. Gustafsson versus Sturkin, you get two really, really good goalies. The Minnesota Wild team creates a ton of chances, struggles to finish them. The Rangers offense has been really bad of late, but their defense isn't great either. Probably a stay away game for me. Don't really see anything on either side that I love on here. Caps versus Kings. I really like the Caps as dogs at +120. I think Tulip mentioned it as part of their parlay. The only worry is the LA Kings are one of the best teams in hockey, maybe the best team in hockey at home. That's your only worry here. I think getting the Washington Capitals, who are the number one team in the NHL right now, they're tied with the Winnipeg Jets, but tied for first in the NHL, getting them at +120 is insane value. The only worry here is, again, LA's 21-7 at home. I think that might be the best points percentage. Is that better than 24-10? It's definitely not better than 24-8. So you're looking at one of the best home teams in the entire NHL going up against, I think, the best road team in the NHL in the Washington Capitals. I don't think anyone's better than them. No. The Washington Capitals are the best road team in the NHL. +120 is a great price. I want to say I wish it was Logan Thompson, but really, Charlie Lindgren's been better than of late. I like that a lot. There's a lot of dogs that I like today. And finally, we go over to Chicago, San Jose. Chicago should not be road dogs today. I put out my new cheat sheet today. If you guys haven't checked it out, let me pull it up real quick. It gives you a quick idea of like which goalies are doing really well. I'm still working on a name, so give me a second on naming and branding and all that type of stuff. Over the last 10 games, Spencer Knight's been the best goalie in the NHL of the goalies that are playing today. I think he's number one overall regardless. Saving 12 goals saved above expected. And since the trade, I mean, he's like +7 goals saved above expected. Going up against the number one worst goalie in the last 10. He's also dead last in the NHL for goals saved above expected. That's a huge goaltending mismatch. I agree that goaltending isn't the only thing that goes into the game. I think San Jose probably has a slightly better team than they do. But again, you're giving me plus money on the Chicago Blackhawks. I will take it anytime knowing that I have a huge goaltending advantage. Huge goaltending advantage. I like it a ton. Now, a couple other things that I wanted to get into. What else was I going to do? I was going to do one more thing and I completely forgot. One more thing and I completely forgot what I wanted to do. I wanted to go through goal scores. Because I think there's a lot of value on goal scores in the slate today. Mainly, I'm talking about Leon Draisaitl. I think Leon Draisaitl looks good for a goal today. Let me actually pull this up here so I can do some price checking as well. Where's my good buddy Leon? There he is. Plus 105 for him to score a goal. He is currently plus 110. So Leon's most likely my favorite guy to score a goal today. I just don't like the price. I'd want to get it a little bit up. So again, if you guys kind of want to get an idea of how this looks like, he is currently the best price that I could find is plus 110. No, we get plus 130 on FanDuel. So let's bump this up. Let's see, maybe I can get plus 140 filled. Maybe plus one. Oh, has to be increments of 2. Okay. So let's go 140. It's currently plus 130 here. Again, if you guys are wondering how this works with liquidity, this does not mean it's automatically locked in. It means that I'm putting the request up on the site. You are able to do this for any prop that's out here. As of right now, we're currently building out the menu over on ProfitX, but it's going to continue to grow, and come playoff time, we should have a relatively full menu on this side. I love Leon Draisaitl today. I'm just trying to extract a little bit of value out of him. So let's say, for example, I think he scores today. I want to put half a unit on him. I put that in. I put the odds that I feel comfortable at him hitting and the odds that I like of him to hit. You have it place, confirm entry. Now it'll come up. Do they have SGV Tulip? Not yet. In due time. There's a lot of stuff that's going around, but currently it is the best price in market. I'm waiting for this to be matched. As of right now, it is unmatched. It'll give you a notification straight to your phone the second it is matched. And again, not only doing this for goal scorers, I can do this for any prop that I want. Literally any prop that I want, you could put this request feature in. The more people we get on NHL, and the more people overall as this site continues to grow, there's just going to be more and more liquidity on each side. And the one thing I absolutely love, if you don't think Leon Draisaitl is going to score a goal, you could take me up on that offer. Right? If you think Leon Draisaitl is going to get shut down, the Devils have a really good defense today, you could click here and you could be the one to fill that in. So you're also able to fade the spots. If you think I'm wrong, absolutely zero zero hard feelings there, right? So you're able to bet on either side. I love the fact that it's two-way markets, because some of the goal score prices that some of these books are putting up are getting a little bit ridiculous based on value. So I'm more than happy to fade goal scorers as well. Actually, that could be a pretty fun series to do. Fading goal scorers. Guys who get a little bit of a ridiculous price, we just kind of fade them. That actually could be a lot of fun. I'm giving myself some good ideas here. I can't lie. Like who's like David Pasternak? I really don't want to fade him. Kind of don't hate fading Braden Point. I know it's his birthday today, but if Nikita Kucherov doesn't play, I don't trust Braden Point to be that guy. Is that crazy? Yes at plus 116. I would take the no. I'd have to request it myself, however. I do like Braden Point today. I was running a little bit late today, running a little bit busy. I'm going to start getting, or you guys can continue to message me. If you guys want to see certain props up on ProfitX, shoot me DMs, message me. I could go over to the team. I can get those added in as well. Just let me know. I'm more than happy to kind of work with the team and work with you guys. And again, we're looking to eventually have it like the NBA where you have basically every prop that you would like with tons of liquidity on every side. But NHL is kind of the newest offering right now. So we're growing that out and we're going to continue to grow it and make it the best in the market. Without a shadow of a doubt, the way you're seeing that every single NHL game line is basically the best in the market, we're going to have the same thing happen on ProfitX. You just got to bear with us as we kind of grow the the prop side of everything. Dinger Bets, what's up, man? Welcome, dude. What's up, man? Nick, I really need them to. Definitely, absolutely need them to. That would be a absolute game changer. Dinger, you got any players that you like today? Any players you're on? Nick, ProfitX is not available in Canada. No. It's available in 40 of the 50 states. Goalie point props when? I mean, do you want me to put a certain goalie up? I'll match you. Brian. You got to hate on this someone fade. I'm more than happy to. Look, I'm a Devils fan. It was probably like fading my own happiness here. But someone faded me on the Draisaitl goal. Go for it. I'm more than happy to kind of take you guys up on that offer. Brady's a really popular one today, Dinger. I think a lot of people are on Brady. Boosh 2.5, another really popular one. I think the Devils defense Devils shots against defensemen is very, very weak. See here, go into plays, and then you'll see here matched, good to go. So we got the Leon Draisaitl goal, got it at plus 140. You can't beat Leon Draisaitl goal at plus 140, man. You absolutely just can't beat that. So that's kind of giving you an idea of how ProfitX works, and long term how you can make a lot of profit here, getting better prices than anywhere else on the market. Cool. Let me go into a couple more player props because there's a couple goalies that I really like today. He's not popping up on Props Cash right now. I like Jake Allen a lot today for the Devils. Again, I'm on that Edmonton side relatively heavily today. Um, Jake Allen, last start against Edmonton, made 31 saves. This time before that, made 29 saves. 3 of his last 5 games had 30-plus saves. The ones that he didn't were, I believe, against weaker teams. So Philly, who doesn't really shoot much. Philly, Buffalo. But anytime he's played like a relative contender, I guess Dallas he missed. But Vegas, Montreal, Colorado all put up 30-plus shots. Edmonton's kind of in that upper echelon of teams for shooting. I think they're going to continue to rip puck. And I like the Jake Allen saves angle today. Also already posted on my Twitter today, Jake Sanderson for an assist. He's got really, give us a goalie subs we'll put up right now. Providex, I would like Jake Allen over 24.5 saves. I will put a unit on that right as we speak. I love that. And if anyone wants to take me up on it, let's go. Jake, actually, you know what? Providex, can I get a Jeremy Swayman over 26.5? I don't want everything in one game. I want to kind of have people go in different separate games here. Jeremy Swayman's got really, really good past history against against Ottawa. Ottawa at home are the third best team for shots on goal against. Boston is slightly worse on the road, although their defense has picked up of late. I think Ottawa must win here at home. Swayman typically has very, very good games against him. It's a little bit high based on his average, but I don't think charts really matter that much when you're looking at goaltending. Again, we'll go here. Nope, not away. Recent home. Ottawa's taking 32.3 shots per game. The line's base set at 26.5. I like that a good bit. And then on the Boston side, on the road, year to date, we kind of briefly talked about it, but on the road, we briefly talked, but Boston goes from one of the best defenses in hockey to one of the worst defenses in hockey, take a ton of penalties, and they still give about, it's right around 28 shots per game. I think Ottawa in a must-win at home are really going to come out firing, and I think Jeremy Swayman, who has been better of late, I think is going to be really, really good there. Just waiting for Profidex to put him up. Props. There we go. Jeremy Swayman is up and going. I'll put a full unit on there. I believe the best base price. I'll tweet this one out as well. And give me plus 100. Go minus 105. I kind of like Blackhawks moneyline dinger. I kind of like Blackhawks moneyline today. I think Spencer Knight against Alex Georgiev is a very, very big mismatch. So giving me a little bit of plus money on the Chicago Blackhawks is really, really nice. I also need to dabble in F1. For those that don't know, I'm a huge F1 fan. There we go. I'm already partially matched on the Jeremy Swayman. Still waiting on a little bit more here. But again, it's really just that easy to get the best price in market for any prop that you're looking for. And again, as we continue to grow NHL, continue to get more eyes on NHL and more people in this, there's going to be a ton, and I mean a ton of value in basically any solo bet that you guys are looking for in NHL here. Yeah, Georgiev's been really, real bad. Do you like Braden Point over 1.5 shots on goal? I typically tend to stay away from Braden Point on the road. He's got much better home splits than he does on the road. At home, he gets to 2 87% of the time. Still relatively good. I think 2, you're getting a nice, safer line. But I think all in all, you're going to get... I'd rather play him at home. I'm also a little bit worried if Nikita Kucherov does or doesn't play. I know most people might think Kucherov would take shots away from him. I think Kucherov generates a ton of chances for him in shots. T. Linney, top point props. Nothing standing out for me for points today. There's a couple bad goalies. Again, we talked about Georgiev. Do I really trust Connor Bedard to have a good game today? He hasn't really been that good of late. Maybe we go to Donato or Toivo Teravainen on the second line. They've been relatively good. They've been great, actually. Not even relatively good. They've been very good. My only worry is I believe Toivo's got really bad home road splits. He's been awful on the road and really good at home. So that scares me. So then that leaves us with Connor Bedard. Is he going to have a big game? I feel like you got to go with Bedsy if you're going to go with anyone. Little Bedard Macklin or rivalry game as well. That could be a fun one. That could be a really fun one. Okay. Other than that, though, point stack. I like Jake Sanderson for points today. Maybe Timmy Stutzla. Maybe. He's been inconsistent. There's really no one that sticks out for me for points today, to be honest, T. Linney. I know that's kind of been the most popular play for people posted, but um, I do like Jake Sanderson assist. I also, since we're talking about this, love Zach Wierenski assist against Vegas. Great head-to-head hit rate. Doesn't look great here. On the road, 39%. Home, we're up at 70%. I believe he's hit in, I think it's 15 of 21, 14 of 20. Um, he's the go-getter on that team. If I like anyone, I like the defensive side of things. I think D-men get a ton of value. Guys like Jake Sanderson, guys like Zach Wierenski. I posted on my cheat sheets for Luke Hughes to get a point or assist today. He's been really good in playing huge minutes for the Devils. You're getting him at plus 145. Um, six of his last 8 games, he's gotten an assist. You still get him at plus money for a point, where he has a point in 7 of his last 10 games. And putting up basically a point per game. So some really good value on defensemen right now as we get into the season. I'm not finding a lot of value on the forwards right now. At least I haven't seen that value. Cool, cool. I think that's everything. There really isn't. It's weird for a big slate because I don't have too much that I love. But I'm a huge fan of a couple of the underdogs today. So let's kind of go over everything that we have. The plays I currently have locked in. Still waiting for a half match on Jeremy Swayman saves, but I got over 26.5 at minus 105. Really excited about that. Love that I got Leon Draisaitl at plus 140 for a goal. Again, when are you going to get Leon Draisaitl at plus 140 for a goal? The New Jersey power play has been bottom 10 in the last, I believe it's the last 2 weeks. It's been in the bottom 10. The loss of Siegenthaler, just Siegenthaler, is our best penalty killer. That's a huge loss, and you know that Edmonton power play is lethal. I think Leon Draisaitl is fantastic. And again, just showing you again, I've been live for 45 minutes. within 5 minutes, all of my stuff got matched. Right? It's not difficult. I know for some people, they might say, oh, you want it right away. It literally took me less than 2-3 minutes for everything to get matched on the other side. St. Louis, probably my favorite money line of the day. I know they're not underdogs. I'm going to get them posted shortly, but must win for them. 7 wins of their last 10. Better on the road against a Pittsburgh team that has nothing to play for. This is a must win for the Blues in that Western Conference race. I think that's a very, very good spot. Columbus, they're my underdog of the day. They just quite simply shouldn't be plus. They're even higher now. They had a couple of bit of injuries, couple of injury news, but plus 174. I got it plus 162. The current price on most sportsbooks is in the plus 150, so you're getting really, really good value there. And then that was just one that I took with my buddy because we had a little bit of a fun bet, and that's another way you could play this on ProfitX, right? Like you're just going up and you want to like bet with buddies, like kind of peer to peer. I've been doing that as well. So for baseball, I don't think I do think Shota is going to strike out 5 LA Dodgers. While he does not think it's going to happen, he's fading it. So it's a fun way to play with some friends as well. Cool. A little bit over 2,000 viewers, guys. Thank you so much for making all these streams really, really good. We've held very, very good numbers throughout the days. Just quick reminder, another show tomorrow at 4 p.m. Don't forget, Saturday will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So note the time change. The first game's at 12:30. So we're going to go through that first game instantly, and then we'll go through the rest of the slate. If you guys do want to sign up for ProfitX, code Cheddar, you'll get up to $300 back in your first month. Available in 40 states. Again, I cannot stress enough, the best price possible across the market for basically any sport. And again, it's not only NHL. You're looking over here, college basketball. They basically have every college basketball game up. NBA, there's going to be full markets for MLB. They currently have preseason, but obviously for the regular season, you're going to have a full. Where was it? We just had it for MLB. I can't find it now for the game, but you're going to have a full assortment of player props with full liquidity that we can play. Again, find the best price. We're going to be doing our pitchers of the day. If you guys have been on the cord, Libo, who makes the beautiful projection cheat sheets, hit 75 or 76% of his pitchers of the day. We're going to be playing those on ProfitX. Again, they were the number one bankroll builder for us. So excited to play those. And yeah, don't forget, if you guys are in the Twitter space, there's a couple fun fun markets to play. Obviously, nothing too seriously. So you guys can have those on ProfitX as well. Regardless, we're kind of coming up to time for me here. It's been really good. I'm gonna get a couple more plays posted. Want to post a couple more of the slips that we had. I know a couple people are asking for a couple daily lottos, so I can get those out as well. Regardless, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for all the questions, comments. As always, if you guys have any questions about ProfitX, I've had a couple people I've answered with, how do I get my bets placed? How do I do anything? My DMs are always open. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to help walk through it and kind of get that going. Again, code Cheddar, up to $300 back in your first month, and available in 40 out of 50 states. Let's continue to grow this and make it the best tool here for NHL player props and overall player props as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to hop out. I'll see you guys same time tomorrow at 4 p.m. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, guys.